Talk. I'm here with the Footy Ops Manager, Deno. Thanks for joining us, mate. Exciting time of year, mate.
It is very exciting. We're looking forward to it. Obviously a bit disappointed last year not making the 8. We got some unfinished business, so hopefully we can be improvers this year.
Now, it's great to see you kicking plenty of goals back in senior footy, mate. I remember when I think you coached the senior side in 2005. You had you set up the core of what ended up being the premiership side a few years later, didn't you?
Well, yeah, we did. But I mean, yeah, look, the club's been without success for a long time, and obviously with the junior development, as Paul would have just spoke about, we're looking to get it back on track, and we want to be up with the better sides, and we don't like being down the bottom, so we're doing our best to do that.
Now, tell some of the great news that we've got going on with the coaching department, mate. It's some pretty exciting times.
It's a big, exciting, breaking news.
We love it.
We've been working hard on this bloke. So Craig Clinic from Strathmore is coming on board as an assistant coach. Now, Craig coached Strathmore Division 1 side in 2014. So his knowledge, I think, working with Tom and with the junior group, I think it'll benefit us a long way, So it's virtually another player I reckon we've recruited in that line. So hopefully with his knowledge with Tom and working with the players, I think, hopefully it all works out well.
There's some good experience running around out there anyway, so to have someone of his ilk to come into the club is fantastic, that can sort of even enhance that experience.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, And look, let's face it, we're all learning. Every day is a learning curve, and even our more experienced players, they can always learn something, and learning it from the best is always the best way to do it, So but we're excited about appointing him. We're excited about the recruits we have got, and with the juniors and overall the club, the juniors coming on board as one big club, I think it's going to only enhance us in the future. I think for too many years down in previous years we've lost Woodend players to other clubs, but hopefully we're going to have a good strong bond with the junior committee and junior football club, and that we close that gap, So I think that's our biggest hurdle that we're getting through at the middle, and I think it's all starting slowly to be coming together,
Now, when you sort of sit down with Tommy at the end of the 2018 season, you look at holes that needed to be filled. What are some of the key areas that needed to be addressed?
We addressed obviously our defence. We needed to tighten that up a lot. And I think the players we have recruited one from Strathmore and 2 from Oak Park have fixed those areas, we hope. And obviously the junior development from years gone by, hopefully that improves as more senior games they get in their bodies. The ruck department was an area that we really struggled in. Saying that, our boys did a pretty good job in the ruck department. But if you're playing a bigger, taller bloke, they do battle. But we've got a couple of young players coming through who are filling out in their bodies, which was an area that they needed to improve. And they look to their credit, they've gone away and they've got themselves a bit stronger in the body. So hopefully those departments we do improve in.
We saw a few young stars from the 9 and a halves get the opportunity to step up and play some good senior footy this year, and now that's someone will be trying to consolidate their spot in the senior level.
Oh, look, no doubt that area was a big concern for us last year. We probably played too many. At the one time, I think at one stage we had 8 under 19 players in the side. So that area we want to hopefully only have 3 or 4 of them, so that improves our 19s as well. Because I think last year's 19 was a bit disappointing, our results. And those results they were things that happened because of our senior, developing those better players into the senior footy. Yeah. So I think eventually, I think everyone agreed that had to happen. But look, I think now it's time for the club, they've got to earn their spot, So I think, and they know that, and they've been working their asses off out there, so, all good.
Love the work on the coaches for the reserves and under 19 and a halves, with Chucker coming on board as the under 19 and a halves coach, and then Berg sort of coming on board as a twos. Both played senior footy and both very experienced campaigners.
Yeah, and look, I think Paul was one of those driving factors to get a lot more local blokes back involved with the football club. I think over the last 10 years, probably myself included, have drifted away from the club for whatever reason. Life happens, yeah. But I think we've all agreed that the more locals we can get around the football club, following the football club, being involved with the football club, it'll only enhance us even better.
Now let's talk about Chuck. Matty Burke taking on the under 9 and a halves. He is a product of that junior system as well, and injury hasn't been too good to him over recent years. But for him to be really invested and a player capable of doing some good things at senior level as well.
Oh yeah, look, we're fortunate enough that Chucker, he actually coached the last 3 or 4 games last year.
Yep.
And that's to the back of Steve Chapman, who did a very good job for previous years before that, and with Eddie Tunn doing it for a while, then he went away. So Chucker's had 4 or 5 games last year with experience, and the young blokes gelled to him, I think, and that's a big thing with that age group. Obviously, that age group, looking at the finding alcohol and whatnot.
Again, life.
Life, and I think Chucker is on their wavelength.
Yep.
And look, I think Chucker's excited about doing it too, and I think he'll be a great asset to our under-19 footy club.
I love the work that Liam O'Mara does for what he's played some good senior football before, but his leadership is instrumental, and good to have someone of his ilk come back to the club.
Oh yeah, look, again, that's what we've been talking about. And look, Liam, yes, he's been around the club for a long time. He's probably been around the club for 15 or 16 years, so he knows the club. He likes the club. He's probably going to have an instrument in getting a few players back. A few of the older ones that have been talking about that may be playing elsewhere. So hopefully we can improve our depth as well. And we're looking to improve our depth as well. So we're looking to improve on ground performance, which comes with your depth.
Fantastic, mate. Well, thanks so much, Deno, for joining us here on Hawk Talk, and wish you all the best in developing the on-field side of things over the coming weeks.
No worries at all. Thank you.